All right, now that we've spent a little bit of time on this, let's move on to our main segment, and that would be the navigational apps, GPS apps. Let's talk about GPS apps. Why do we need these things as blind people? Someone is not leading us by the hand, or someone, back in the olden days, someone holding a stick and you hold the other end of it, or some crazy stuff like that. I don't know. Back in the olden days, probably that's how they did it. You're blind and you need someone to guide you. Here's a stick. You hold this end, follow the stick. I have it, and I'm leading you along. Crazy, right? Now we have our GPS apps, besides our cans, of course. And we're not saying to, ditch the can or anything of that sort, or the guide dog or anything like that. But we have another thing that augments that process of the navigation. And so here's where GPS apps come in. So
Demos for GPS apps do tend to get very long as people have to walk and show how these apps announce streets and other points of interest. So we will not be able to add them in the episode. Otherwise, the episode will be extremely long. So please read the show notes. They are arranged very accessibly on our website. And please click on the link to go to the playlist and find all the demos in that playlist.
Doug, which one do you prefer when it comes to walking around, maybe trying to find that little Irish pub or some crazy stuff like that?
Admittedly, I use Google Maps for majority of my stuff. If I need a lot more detail, I will go over and use apps like Get There. Yeah, I generally keep it pretty low key, don't do anything too insane. So I right now don't even really have more than Get There and Google Maps installed on my phone.
Well, that's good. Hey, Wanda, what do you use when you're going out there trying to find some hair products or something like that you women do? What do you do?
So I mainly use Google Maps as well. I have experimented with Lazarillo, but admittedly, because of COVID, I haven't done as much exploring as I would like to. So currently, it's interesting. I use the paratransit in my area to go to doctor's appointments or visit friends, limited, but I do that. And I use the Google Maps with my Aftershocks headphones so that I know where I am in location in regards to, am I getting close to my destination? So I find it quite, the Google Maps is really good. So because a lot of the drivers in my area, they don't tell you, where we are until we're there. And I'd rather know ahead of time so that I can prepare myself. So I use Google Maps for that. And like I said, I would really like to try Get Here. I've never tried that. And I've experimented with Lazarillo. So
Great. Austin, when you're out there, not in a lockdown in Mumbai, which one do you prefer?
I prefer the favorite app, Lazarillo. So we had demoed Lazarillo on episode 8. I had done a demo on this. And if anyone has not heard the demo, I will add the place in the playlist of the YouTube. We also had an interview with Renee from Lazarillo. So I'll add in the playlist of this week's episode on YouTube app. So it won't be in the audio of the podcast, but it'll be on YouTube.
How about you, Miriam? You also go out for them hair products and all that good stuff. What do you use?
I feel like it's kind of enough. I used Get There for a while, but back strangely, I did use ID like I when it was this thing. I don't know. I just love to see what things are nearby. So yeah, that's what I use mainly.
As for me, I kind of, use them interchangeably. Now and then I will try the Get There. And I do want to mention, though, that I had not necessarily tried Lazarillo. I tried it last week walking to the post office, which I recorded. And actually, I really liked it. And it probably may be one of my most favorite GPS apps. I use that, and I use Good Maps, and I use Google Maps, and then get there. So it's just one of those things. But my thing is have more than one, just in case that something doesn't work well with the other one, you can always switch to the other one. Maybe this is coming from the app junkie side of me, but in general, I like having more than one app that does the same thing, just in case the other one is not doing to my satisfaction. So it's up to you. It's all about that customization, right? And that's what Android is all about.